Welcome to Frogfoot Holler, y'all. I'm Michael. My nephew Colton's behind the camera today. Alright, so y'all saw me tilling up some ground today, and well, those are my two larger beds that are in the front. And well, I'm back here in the back again. So what am I doing back here in this garden? Well, y'all saw me yesterday stepping up some pepper plants that I'm going to be giving away eventually. And well, now I'm kind of curious. The soil's still pretty cold in my area, but it's not too cold. So I'm wanting to see if instead of stepping up all my pepper plants, that I can actually go ahead and put them in the ground. So I'm risking 3 pepper plants from each variety, which I have 5 varieties, that I'm gonna stick in the soil today. And we'll wait for 3, 4, 5 days and see how they react. And if they don't die, guess what? I'm putting my pepper plants in the ground a lot earlier than I thought I was going to. So we are going to actually be putting in our mini bells and our touchdown peppers in these rows right here. And I wanted to show you how I do it. Now with these little plugs right here, which is just the root ball, I'm just going to make a small indention right here. Now remember, you don't need to cover this thing past what the dirt line is already. It's not like a tomato where it'll grow more roots. So all I'm going to do is put the plug in like that, pat it down a little bit. And remember, I make these circles right here to help hold moisture in. Well, help rainwater and when I put water on the garden, help to hold the water right here so it stays close to the plant. Now see, wasn't that easy? Now you're gonna see me do it again right here. I'm just gonna dig a small little hole right here, pick up the plant real careful, set him in. Now see right there, I didn't get him deep enough. So I don't have to worry too much. I just pull him back out, redig the hole a little bit, oops, and throw him in just like that. But you put him in just like that, nice and gentle, and then cover him up. And again, like I said, every one I do, don't matter if it's squash, tomatoes, peppers, or whatever, I make this ring. All right, so me and my nephew have 13 more plants to put in the ground, and we're gonna jump into Superfrog mode. When you're feeling a little blue and you feel like your feet are stuck in glue, Superfrog, Superfrog. When you're feeling like you need a boost and you feel like you need to move a little more, Superfrog, Superfrog. Welcome back, y'all. We're back from Superfrog mode. And as y'all can see, yeah, I'm not all there. All right, so we got the peppers in the ground. And as you can see, these peppers right here, I planted each one at the ends, one on this end, one on the other. But I've planted them in some from the actual end of the bed right here. And the reason being is so that way, as they grow up, I ain't got to worry about knocking too many peppers off the bush. I've allowed room for them to grow. Now between this pepper and way over here, this pepper is a lot of space. Y'all can see a lot of space. And the reason being is because of the fact that I'm testing different zones in the beds. So that way I can make sure that all of them are going to grow and all of them will survive. But I left enough space so that way I can plant in the middle of those. And I'll be safe. I'm really hoping these survive. But speaking of surviving, y'all, let's take a look at my squash. Oh my gosh, these things have been doing real good. Now, y'all saw the other day when I did a update on my 7 methods to cover, these things were all but gone. This was actually my worst performing method right here. And as you can see, I've been able to bring them back pretty doggone well. Now I have been adding a little bit of fertilizer to them, and I have been watering them separately. But as you can see, these things are coming back really well. These 6 right here were the 6 that were underneath the buckets, the ice cream buckets. Now over here, we have the 2 that were underneath the totes. And as you can see, they're doing really good. That one right there has got some stress, I believe, from the frost. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to be watching that. If it's diseased, I'm going to be getting rid of it. But those 2 were under the bucket with the clear bucket, though. Oh, shoot. It's called a clear tote, y'all. But those 2 were under there. These 2 right here were the 2 that were actually covered by the bricks. Those cinder blocks that had holes. So they're doing really well. And of course, the firewood, these 2 right here were covered by firewood to protect them from frost. There ain't nothing wrong with these. Now, these 4 right here are the 4 that I had a doghouse top right here and a plastic shower curtain over the top protecting them. As you can see, they're really good. Now, what I did is I did go back and cut off the dead leaves and the really bad leaves as new leaves started coming on. And, well, that keeps the plant from putting nutrients where it don't need to go. You cut off the leaves, it ain't got to worry about feeding that leaf anymore, so that way it ain't wasting those nutrients trying to get it to grow back. Now, when I put the fertilizer down, I did not put a heavy dose, y'all. What I did was I actually took a very light dose of fertilizer and mixed it with water, and that's what I put on the plants. And I did that 2 or 3 times over a period of time. So, be careful again with your fertilizers. It can kill them quick, but if you do it in right amounts, you can bring back almost dead plants. Now, I'm still waiting on my potatoes to come back, and actually I can tell, I don't know if y'all can, but my potatoes are actually doing a whole lot better than what they were just a few days ago. But they're going to take a little bit more time to come back. And as you can see, dead leaves, y'all. Eventually what I'll end up doing is cutting these leaves off and leaving the better leaves, but I'm going to wait a little bit more before I do that. Now, message to Johnny Harper of Scout's Table. His daughter asked me a question and I couldn't help but answer it. Well, I ain't answered it yet, but I'm going to. Now, he got a couple of cute little kids, and his daughter asked me the question, where did Frogfoot Holler, the name, come from? And why do I actually like frogs the way I do? Well, here's the thing, y'all. My name, or my channel name, actually comes from a mixture of things. And I thought long and hard about what to name my channel. I mean, I'm sure all y'all that have channels out there, y'all giving your name a thought a little bit. But every name I come up with just wasn't working for me. So I decided, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it in my style and make it funny. And then I got to thinking, you know, I'm going to kind of honor my mom. So I said, I got to do something with frogs. Mama loves frogs. I do too. I love listening to them sing at night. But Mama loves frogs, y'all. So I wanted to honor her. And well, with my sense of humor, it ended up coming about where I said, well, you got a frog, you got a frog foot. That sounds good. So what can we do with that? That just don't sound complete. So I got to thinking about it, and I said, what happens if you step on a frog's foot? I bet he'd holler. So Frogfoot Holler was born, y'all. That's been Michael with Frogfoot Holler. Y'all have a froggy day.